Have you ever seen rich people skydiving to class every day? Hey guys, today we continue with the story of the classic harem anime Urusei Yatsura Episode 3. In the previous story, the main character Ataru tore off the clothes of the alien beauty Lum and he finally won the competition between humans and aliens to protect the Earth. From then on, Lum fell in love with Ataru. Unfortunately, Ataru is very lecherous. He proposed to Miyake, with who Ataru spent his childhood together until now. At the same time, he was ambiguous with the young witch Sakura he just met. Ataru, who is surrounded by several women, will meet a strong rival in the third episode. This rival is born in the purple. Whether Ataru can defend his relationship, and will there be a new beauty in this episode? Let's look forward to it. At the very beginning of the story, it shows us what is the life of the rich. Mr. A, the rich man, takes a plane to escort his grandson Shutaro to school. The average rich man has at most one private plane. The Mindu family sends 8 planes, which is quite a spectacular scene. After all, private transportation in the sky is rare. There is no need to worry about traffic jams at all. Shutaro gives a dashing and defines skydiving as his debut. At this moment, Miyake is very jealous because Lum has been clinging to Ataru. She raises the chair and hits Ataru, but the chair flies to the parachute of Shutaro. Shutaro hangs awkwardly on the tree. Fortunately, his body is flexible and he gets out of trouble easily. The whole school is shocked by the transfer student who parachuted to school, and the teacher blames him for making such a big mess. Shutaro does not respond, and his attention is drawn to Miyake. The girl feels sorry for throwing the table. Shutaro is always educated to be very gentle to the girls. A few words of praise to Miyake make her heart beat faster. When Ataru tries to stop Miyake from becoming obsessed with Shutaro, he is beaten by Miyake. On the first day of school, Shutaro, as a transfer student, already gained high popularity. Simple to say, boys envy him and girls admire him. Shutaro sees that Ataru has been pestering Miyake, and he stands up to stop this rude behavior. Ataru explains that Miyake is his girlfriend, without being able to finish the sentence. He is electric shocked by jealous Lum. Shutaro did not expect that Ataru, who looked so ordinary, would have a beautiful alien wife. He tries to persuade Lum to break up with Ataru as soon as possible. Lum ignores him and flies to the tree to sleep. Shutaro continues his performance of showing off and takes the initiative to nominate himself when selecting the monitor. As if it was a presidential election, Shutaro also publishes the rules he is going to implement after taking office. For example, people who ask to leave and leave early will use a lie detector, and once the detector finds that they are lying, they will pull out their tongue. Also, he will send the private police of the Mindu family to monitor the students and kill those who are lazy and do not go to school. Last, he will arrest all the people who are late for school and lock them up. At the end of his speech, Shutaro mentions that these cruel punishments are only effective for boys, and girls should not suffer but are adored. The boys certainly disagree after hearing this. They are the ones who are most likely to be late, leave early, or not go to school. So all the boys turn their attention to Ataru, thinking that only this reckless guy could stand up to compete with Shutaro. Simple-minded Ataru stands up for election when everyone is heckling. There is only one thing he says in his speech. Once he is elected monitor, the whole class of girls would belong to him. Ataru is supposed to lose for sure, but on this special occasion, all the boys vote for him. Unexpectedly, the competition between Ataru and Shutaro ends in a tie. Shutaro is unwilling to see the result and proposes another match. Mindu's family has a duel method that has been passed down for generations. That is, put apples on the heads of both parties of the game, and whoever breaks the apples with a cannon wins. Ataru is quite shocked that Shutaro's ancestors could survive in such a dangerous dueling style. Shutaro doesn't care about the doubts that Ataru has. He is ready to throw white gloves at Ataru before the duel according to Western etiquette. But Ataru uses a super fast dodge comparable to Sakuragi Hanamichi. And the most exaggerated part is that Ataru also uses ninjutsu that can confuse the enemy. And it takes Shutaro a long time to block Ataru on the roof. The accident happens at this time since Lum comes to find Ataru when she is hit by a white glove. Ataru lies to Lum that Shutaro wants her to duel. Lum has a very strong sense of victory and she knocks Shutaro down. The classmates chase over, and Ataru lies that he has defeated Shutaro. The proud Shutaro felt that he had humiliated his family and almost apologized by killing himself, while Ataru kept repeating the same sentence on the sidelines, saying that all the girls in the class belonged to him. Shutaro has not been able to calm down after returning home. He can't help thinking of Lum, who has the same hot personality as her body. Fate keeps them entangled, and when Shutaro goes to school again, the parachute just covers Lum. At the same time, Ataru has just confirmed Miyake's feelings, and she likes nice, rich, and good-looking Shutaro. Ataru reminds Miyake to cherish her infatuated lover when the parachute falls and covers the 4 of them. Miyake and Shutaro are very happy after their close interaction, which makes Ataru feel very frustrated. Shutaro is also frustrated because the girl he has feelings for is all about Ataru. Not long after, the school organizes off-campus teaching. The students consider today's activity as a field trip. Lum, who changes into human clothes, seems much gentler, but unfortunately, Ataru is still not interested in her. When it's time to explore freely, the four of them decide to adventure in a nearby stalactite cave together. Everyone has their thoughts. Miyake's goal is to be with Shutaro, while Shutaro plans to take this opportunity to improve his relationship with Lum. Lum only knows that she would go wherever Ataru goes, and Ataru would be willing to join the adventure only because he wants to enhance the relationship with Miyake. As soon as the adventure begins, they encounter a fork in the road. Shutaro turns off his flashlight and pretends the flashlight is dead. They end up losing their way and screams. Miyake hugs Shutaro tightly, and Lum sticks to Ataru. They have to gather together and continue to explore deeper inside the cave. Shutaro and Ataru make the deal that they must hug the right person when they run apart next time. Once again, they hit a fork in the road. Shutaro quickly turns off the flashlight, and they get separated again. This time Shutaro is even more unlucky. The person he hugs turns out to be Ataru. Shutaro suddenly shows his weak side. It turns out that he suffers from both dark phobia and claustrophobia. He is not prone to illness as long as he is watched by girls. Lum and Miyake come over, and Shutaro's abnormal symptoms go away. Ataru goes with another test, and he finds that as long as he covers the girl's eyes, Shutaro will immediately cry. Everyone plans to go the same way back, but they get lost and the flashlight is out of power. Lum accidentally activates a spaceship hidden in the cave when she uses electric lighting, only to see that the spaceship crashes through the cave and flies into outer space. Here the story of episode 3 ended. There are always many interesting characters in Takahashi's story, and Shutaro is a typical representative of them. He seems to be strong, mature, and proud, but privately troubled by love like an adolescent boy. He rushed into the dark stalactite cave for the sake of the person he likes while suffering from dark phobia and claustrophobia. Do you remember the craziest thing you ever did in love as a student? Share your story with us in the comment.